What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the Seize Victory with Spirit Bomb second stage against Omega Shenron here. So this one is definitely more difficult than the first stage. The Boo stage really wasn't that hard. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few different characters that can take that down and get all the missions done for the 40 million damage here. But let's go ahead and take a look at stage 2. There's more to it here. So he has a minus energy gauge, which makes him invincible. So the gauge can be decreased by using super attacks. Once the gauge reaches 0, you'll go into the second phase of battle, where he'll transform into his physical type self, and then you must defeat him by dealing a large amount of damage within one attack in one turn. He will also launch a KO attack at the end of the turn. So you basically have to... I'm not sure if you can dodge that KO attack to give yourself another turn. I'm really not sure what happens at the end of that turn if you manage to survive that KO attack. But essentially what's going to happen is if you don't manage to deal all the damage you need to do in that one turn, then you're just going to die. So pretty much you have to kill him before he kills you, kind of thing. Keep in mind, you can't use Nuke Leaders, you can't use Devilman. So the missions for Stage 2 here, you have to deal up to 30 million damage, so it's not quite as much damage as the first stage, but it is definitely more difficult to get that done. Now, something weird that I noticed when I completed the first stage, these missions here, for completing this with at least 3 Terrifying Conquerors and at least 3 powerful comeback characters, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or a bug, or if it was simply something intentional that Dokkan decided to do, but it appears that these missions are not actually there on Global. So maybe these were missions that were available on the JP side, which is why they're listed here on the wiki. But yeah, in-game, if we go ahead and, we'll go ahead and switch over to in-game now, and we'll take a look at the missions for this event here. It doesn't actually say, so we just have to clear once, and then 10 million, 20 million, 25, and 30 million. That's it. There is no extra mission to clear within 5 turns, or to clear with the powerful comeback category characters. I'm not sure if maybe those missions will be added a little bit later, giving us another opportunity to go back in and try this again with different team builds, or if they discovered, because they want you to pull the new anniversary LRs for this, they didn't want to make it any more difficult on top of that by adding category restrictions and stuff. So I'm not really sure what happened with that, but for now, that's kind of good news, because all you really need to do to get all the missions done is get your 30 million points, and then you're good to go, right? So let's go ahead and give this a try. This is the team build shoutouts to Dokkan World for creating this team build. This is a bit of a funky, kind of complex one. Obviously, as you can see, we've got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and the Android 16 here, so you already know what's going to happen. Similarly to the speed battle event that we ended up finishing off with him, we're going to try and do the same thing here with his transformation. And then we have got, a bunch of other support on the team, which is going to help us out. We have the Tech Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, who shares 7 out of 7 links with the transformed Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, so that's going to be very, very helpful to have them on rotation together. Bardock is going to be giving us some additional support, so hopefully we can have him around on that final turn we need to do the attacking. And then we've got the Goku family support memory, as well as the Chi-Lai item, which is going to be, the AGL Keysphere nuke item, which is going to be very, very relevant for that final phase. So the one biggest difference between this team and the speed battle team is that we get to take all the damage we need to take for free right here. So there we go. We're already down below our 58% HP, and we have Gohan on the first rotation here, which is perfect. So spawning in immediately, we're going to be able to transform into the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Okay, so we got the support memory activating there. Okay, so now we'll transform into Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, so he'll be ready to go for later in the fight. That'll be perfect. And then I suppose we can just leave our rotations like this right now. We're going to definitely rotate off the Super Saiyan Goku on the opposite rotation. That way we can make sure to get him linked up with the Gohan here. I'm a little bit... Well, actually, we're going to heal all our HP back right now with this, so we should be fine. I was going to say I'm a little bit concerned about that Android 16 there, but I think he should be okay. I believe he does have some guarding available in his passive. It's just a high chance to guard. Okay, so right now we're probably going to need to get lucky with his high chance to guard. If he gets supered or something, I suppose we might die. I'm not really sure how hard this event hits, to be honest with you. But I guess we're going to find out. We can always run it back and try and get a better rotation if we do end up dying here, but we'll do our best. So as you can see, he had that minus energy gauge there, so we're basically going to be doing absolutely no damage to him, and you can see we're just slowly depleting that gauge. So we're just going to need to try, or I guess we're going to need to hope that the turn that we end up finishing that gauge is the same turn, you know, that we have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan coming up next, so that we can launch the strong attack with him. If we're unable to do that, then we'll probably just fail the stage and we'll have to run it back another time, right? But that is basically the strat to get you the win there. And I believe if everything goes according to plan and you're able to get most of the key spheres, and then especially if you're able to get a critical hit with this guy, especially if you've got him rainbowed in Link level 10, you're just going to overkill way over the 30 million damage that you need to do. So should be perfectly fine there. Okay, so we're actually going really, really quickly through this. He's already 50% down on that bar, so that is a little bit nerve-wracking. Okay, do we just die here? Oh, man. Okay, we survived that with 3,000 HP. Okay, wait, this is actually perfect. So something really cool is going to happen here. So if we were to launch all of the super attacks this turn, then what would have ended up happening is we probably would have depleted his entire gauge already. And that would have been premature because we don't have the Super Saiyan Goku on rotation yet. I don't know that we're going to be able to get Super Saiyan Goku on rotation with him because we just don't have enough turns left, right? So I think what we're going to try to do here is just get KO'd, and then we'll go from there. So that way, hopefully, we won't launch any super attacks. So let's go ahead and not select any same type key spheres this turn. That way, we won't heal. So we have a really, really good chance to actually get KO'd from this super attack here. Hopefully, we also won't counter it, right? That would suck. I don't want to see a counter happen here. Okay, all right, good. We're not going to counter the super attack. Perfect, perfect. So we should get KO'd here by this. Nice, okay. So now we're going to get the revive off with the Carnival Super Saiyan Goku here, and then we'll go back to the other rotation. And then we just have to keep in mind that that minus energy gauge is at 50%, and each time we launch a super attack, we are going to be lowering it more. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind here. It's a tough decision to make because okay. So we basically, the next rotation that we have up is the Gohan rotation, which means because we can't launch the final attack starting on this rotation, we're gonna have to at least wait 2 rotations for that to happen, right? So we need to delay getting as many super attacks as physically possible. Oof, it doesn't look like that is gonna be possible. These guys all link way too well. There's too much support. Okay, so it's looking like this might actually be an L, then. It's worth mentioning, though, that we did get a lot of additional super attacks, previously, which did affect the amount of, the gauge that we were reducing. So hopefully, if we're able to launch like a few less super attacks, then maybe we'll be okay. Okay, so there we go. If I only get 5 super attacks with him, or 5 orbs with him, I believe he doesn't get that extra guaranteed additional, which is going to be helpful for us doing less super attacks this turn. So yeah, the name of the game is, as long as that minus energy gauge doesn't fully deplete on this turn, we should be fine. Because then we can fully deplete it on the next turn, and then we'll be ready on that final phase to have the Gohan come back around and deal the final attack here. So let's see if we get lucky. There we go. Okay, not a bunch of additional supers from him. Please, please, please. Yes, there we go. Move on. Okay, we should be a shoo-in for the win now, I'm thinking. I'm not sure if, like, the amount of damage you do actually affects the amount that the gauge depletes. Doesn't look like it, though. It looks like it's pretty standard chunk per super attack dealt. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it's going down about the same amount. Okay, so we should be fine here because this is the last super attack for the turn, and then we could just go all out and do as many super attacks as we want on the next turn, and we should be good to go here. Okay, so we already saw that Android 16 can tank perfectly fine, so we should be okay there to leave him in that 3rd slot. And then, yeah, this is actually going to work out perfectly because the Super Saiyan Goku is coming around onto that other rotation, and we're going to have... who else there? Did we put the Super Saiyan Goku... Oh, I think we put God Goku there. We maybe should have kept Super Saiyan 3 Bardock on rotation, I think, because he has the 50% superclass attack support, which would have been nice. I probably should have thought about that. I was just really focused on the gauge. So I did blunder that a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be necessary for us to win here. I think we'll be okay without it. All right, and then Bulma getting the additional super does deplete his gauge, so we should be good to go there. At least I'm pretty sure it's fully depleted. I hope it is, because if it's not, we didn't get a super attack with Android 16, so that actually might be a problem. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. So we fully depleted the gauge, and now we are going to transform into the physical Omega here. All right, there we go. So yeah, the only way that this could have been better, like I said, is if we had managed to keep the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock around, and then we would have had an additional 50% attack support. But as you can see here, we do have 7 out of 7 links, so he is good to go right there. Now it is time to activate our Chi-Lai items to get ourselves an additional 5% attack per AGL key sphere obtained, as well as orb changing some key spheres there. So there's 1, and let's see what else we change. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get quite a few key spheres selected. 16, in fact. Very, very good. So this should be quite the hefty attack stat. Okay. And then we don't really need to launch the active skill. That's not going to do anything for us here. So yeah, moment of truth. Let's hope we can hit that 30 million damage with our Gohan's attack here. Let's see. Okay, was that a 4.9 million attack stat or a 49 million attack stat? Hard to say. Oh no! If we hit critical hit, we would have got it done. We got 29.4 million. We were so close. Okay, so it turns out that having the Bardock on rotation did make all the difference. No, if we had the 50% attack support, we would have done it. We would have been there. Okay, let's go ahead and run it back with the same team. I'm thinking we can do it. We just maybe need to get a few extra orbs selected on top of the 16, or like I said, we maybe need to have the Bardock on rotation. Having the God Goku there was not helpful. If we had the Bardock or the Bulma, either way, we would have been getting a bunch of extra support, right? So we definitely could have had a better rotation. Let's go back in one more time to try and get that last mission done. See if we can fully clear this event here. Yeah, okay, everything the same. This should work out fine. Okay, perfect. We have the exact same kind of rotations dealing that we did last time. So we get the 50% damage on the map, and we can transform right away again. And then same deal, we have to rotate off the Super Saiyan Goku, just like we did last time. It would have been a little bit more convenient if we just had them already linked up together. One less thing to kind of worry about managing here. But that's not the biggest deal, I suppose. Okay, let's go ahead and grab as many same type orbs as we can so we can start healing up. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I guess I'm just going to need to pay attention to the placement of the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. But I guess because they're both... Or who was in the 7th slot? Was it Super Saiyan 3 Bardock? It's not. It's the Android 16. So yeah, I think this run might actually be a wash too. Yeah, I actually did blunder again, didn't I? Because I should have left the Bulma on rotation with him, so that she would still be on rotation with him by the time we get around to that final phase. Dang it, I just realized I played this wrong. So now we're actually mathematically eliminated again from having that extra attack support. But it's okay, we'll continue to go through, because even though without the attack support, we only selected 16 of the 23 key spheres last time, and literally if we had just selected 17 key spheres, we probably would have finished it, right? So I think there's still a good chance we could get the 30 million here. We need to stop doing additional attacks, though. Oh my goodness. That minus energy gauge is the same things happening as last time. We're even further down on that gauge than we were last time, so we need to make sure we get less super attacks on this next turn, if possible. And we're not even done attacking yet on this turn. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is actually really bad. Because we had the Android 16 in the 7th slot, that was that's one unit that pretty much isn't dealing super attacks. So yeah, that actually works out really bad for us. Oh no. Okay, so then this is what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to put... Well, I need to get this Super Saiyan Goku onto the other rotation. So I'm going to put him in the 3rd slot, but I'm really hoping that we can die here before we have to do any attacks. That was what we... the strat that we kind of went with last time, right? That ended up working out. So yeah, hopefully Super Saiyan 3 Bardock gets hit with a super that's hard enough to actually deplete all of our HP. If not, then we're just going to end up probably completely failing this one. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, yeah, he's getting a super attack here. Okay, yeah, his gauge is definitely too low. Okay, and we're additionaling. Yeah, so this team is definitely an RNG fest. I'm a little bit upset that I blundered that first run. Now I'm assuming it's going to take us another 45 minutes to probably get this run done, right? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I guess, I mean, we're going to finish off the gauge here. It's going to be done. So we can try on the next rotation, but this is absolutely a horrible rotation because we have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with literally the only 2 units on the team that don't do anything for him. I suppose besides the friend lead. So 2 out of the 3 units that don't do anything for him. So yeah, we probably aren't going to get this done here unless we manage to get like 23 ki with the Chilai items, right? So yeah, because we only have 3 links active here. Let's go ahead and use the items and see. Oh! Wait a minute. Hold on. Is it going to change all the rainbows? It did! Wait, we are getting 23 ki. Okay, hold on. This changes everything. So we have 3 links active, and 23 ki. So let's see, without any support at all, if we can actually get this done. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I think I would have kind of proved something cool about this team, that as long as you get the key spheres you need, you're good to go, right? So let's see how our attack stat compares to last time. Oh, no, it's way lower. It's way lower. So we really, really need the attack support here then. You know, the big reason why we do is because we don't have type advantage, right? So we really need to take advantage of a critical hit. I suppose a critical hit could have done us some service there too, right? Definitely. I wonder if it's worth changing my equipment on that Gohan to critical hits so that he has a chance to. Because I believe I've built him full additional, as that is the strongest way to build him. Yeah, he's got only 6 crit, and then he has 30 additional. Ooh, those are really good skill orbs. I kind of don't want to take those ones off. I think I'm going to leave him as is. Let's go ahead and try one more time, and then let's pay attention very, very diligently from turn 1 here, how to properly line up our rotations. Okay, so same deal as before. We keep getting the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in on the first turn, and then we keep getting the Super Saiyan Goku on the second turn. So we know we have to rotate him off the same way as we have been before. Luckily for us, we get Android 16 around on the first rotation, so that's one unit that we know is not going to be super attacking here, and now we know we need to keep Bardock on rotation so that he's there for us in that final phase. Okay, so let's go ahead and select all of these orbs. Perfect. We'll go ahead and select some more same type key spheres, more healing, and then what I'm actually going to do is select all of these so that we can potentially avoid some super attacks on the next rotation. Yeah, I think that's a decent idea here. Though we do have Bulma coming up, and she is a Rainbow Orb Changer, so she's probably going to make it a little bit difficult for us. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay, our HP is actually looking decently low at the moment. Maybe there's a chance that we can pull off that Death and Revive again, so that we can get an extra turn, right, before we end up taking out all of his HP. There we go, and we got no additional supers with the Gohan. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, my hidden potential working against me in this event, because essentially you want him to crit in this event, not additional, right? No additionals, please, Bardock, stop it. No additionals. We just need more time with this gauge, right? But it is good that turn 1 is over now, and we have not even depleted his bar halfway. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put things this way. Yeah, let's go ahead and skip super attacks with everyone that we can. Perfect. So we're going to have to super attack at the end there once, but we can skip super attacks with the first 2. And then I'm obviously not worried about building up defense or anything this turn, because the hope is to die. The hope is for us to take that 150k damage that we need to, but obviously we would need to get supered for that. Even then, I don't know if we'll take enough damage. Yeah, definitely not, especially because Bulma would be the one getting supered. She probably would be able to tank it really well, right? Let's see. There isn't even a super happening. Okay, well, that's a bit of a problem. Because I suppose we could get KO'd on this next turn if we're not careful. So we are going to have to be a little bit strategic here. Let's see. No! Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? God Goku just changed all of our AGL orbs into physical, so now we don't get to... Because we have to rotate him off, we have to keep the other two on rotation. Now we don't get to take advantage of all of the AGL orbs that were going to heal us up. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, so I guess what we'll do here is we'll do... Does he get stats from AGL key sphere selected or just key sphere selected? I forget. It's just per key sphere selected. Okay, so then what we can do is just select all these with him. We'll at least get a bunch of stats with him, even though we're not going to get any healing, unfortunately. And at this point, we really do want to heal back as much as we can, right? So, let's go ahead and do that. And then, since we don't really have any other choice here, I guess we'll just grab these. Okay, let's hope we don't get... Oh my god. I was just going to say I hope we don't get supered in the first slot. This is probably going to kill us here. Oh, it was decently close. Okay, now I'm a little worried here because I don't know if the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock can tank well enough to... Oof. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. We'll see, we'll see. I think that the gauge is looking decent, though, because we just can't... we can't deplete on this rotation, but I don't think that we would be able to, even if we got double supers all the way across. So we should be okay here. As long as we survive, we'll be fine. And then we just have to survive the next turn, fully depleting his bar, and then we should finally be good for the win. We'll finally have that proper rotation that we needed. Okay, so Bardock is tanking perfectly fine. Okay, I'm much less worried now. God Goku here does not have... his guard up, though, because we only selected 2 key spheres. Oh, gosh, he did an additional. That is so good. Okay, we got amazingly lucky with that minus energy bar. Ooh, nice, and we actually got really lucky here, because now we don't have to worry about Android 16 taking any damage. So, we can go ahead and select these orbs for him, get a little bit of healing back. We'll select all of these orbs for Android 16, and then... Perfect, we've got some STR orbs here to grab for Bulma as well, so we can get some more healing as well. There we go, and we should be good to finish him off here. We were able to get Bulma's support-type passive off as well, so that's going to help everybody's defense on the rotation. And we've definitely depleted that minus energy gauge at this point, so that is very good. Nice, and we're countering the super attack. Perfect, exactly what I wanted to see happen. Man, this run's going amazingly, isn't it? Lovely, lovely stuff. I'm not sure how much damage we would have taken from that, but now we don't have to find out. Really, really good stuff there. So yeah, I suppose that's one of the worst things that can happen here, is if you're depending on the Super Saiyan Goku dying and getting that revive, and then you end up surviving with just a little bit of HP. You know, obviously that's one of the hardest parts about using revive characters, is if you depend on them to die and they don't. So that kind of did blunder our plans, but it looks like we're going to be okay after all. Okay. Alright, there we go. So now we have the godly rotation. So we have got 7 links active for our Gohan here. 7 out of 7 links, plus the 50% support from Bardock here. So now let's go ahead and use our Chi-Lai item. Nice, and it looks like we're going to get most of the key field here. Okay, that's a decent amount. 18, so this should definitely be it, right? Because 16 with no support was just shy. So now we're getting 18 with 50% support on the rotation. So this should definitely be what we need to win here. And then there we go, plenty of same type key sphere selection, so our HP is back to full. We're definitely not going to die, even if we manage to get supered right away, which obviously we can't, because he doesn't super until the end of the turn. There we go, a much higher attack stat there, 60 million. A lot better, definitely what I wanted to see. And the final number, boom, 34 million. So we got that final mission done. Awesome. So that is how you get this done with that team. And remember, we did a little bit of extra damage than we could have. We didn't select 23 key spheres. We did, however, have a Rainbowed Gohan with all 7 links active and link level 10 and some really good equips. But keep in mind that if you had some tech, or if you had some critical hit equips on him, or some attack boosting equips on him, then he probably could hit even harder for you. So there you go. That is how you guys are able to get this done. Actually, one thing I just thought about too is I believe that the Bulma actually had the 2-turn support happening as well. So the fact that we were able to select the 7 key spheres on the previous turn was really good because it was an extra 20% support onto that rotation. So I didn't think about that too. That is a really, really big key detail with having Bulma. I suppose you could also make the same thing happen with Yajirobe if you wanted to. So awesome. We got all of the missions done there. Perfect. More stones and other goodies. Nice rewards. So that is stage 2 complete. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!